Welcome back to the Workbench, where uncut and unedited, you can watch me try to make things. What I'm trying to make right now is a Wacky Races diorama, and we're specifically working on the Compact Pussycat. And in between episodes, I went ahead and put another coat of satin clear on all the parts so that we can start to assembling. And actually, I think I'd mentioned that I would try to assemble it in between episodes, and it took me so long to find where I lost the clear windshield that I just did not have time to actually assemble it, because the whole crutch or the whole bottleneck of assembling this is the windshield itself, because of wanting to spray it satin clear. So I had to do all the parts separately, because this windshield is going to have to go in first before we assemble any of the rest of the car. So let's stop talking about it. Let's get this done, because it's time to get both of these cars done so we can start working on the diorama itself, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. Now, the windshield, so the windshield does not have any tabs on it. It's meant to fit in here and kind of pinch in between the body and the tub of the interior. But what I thought I would do is first of all, let's figure out which way this even goes. It's hard to tell which way is that. Does it go? No, it goes, let me flip it around this way. Yes, and that's how it's going to fit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to keep it in that orientation we need. And then I've got a little white glue over here. I think I'm just going to put a little dot of white glue on the bottom. The idea of trying to just hold it in place while I put the interior in. What do I have that I can actually apply that with? Let me just I'll use the end of these tweezers. That'll be fine. I just want to put a dot, just a little bit of white glue down here. Now, this is obviously white glue that dries clear, which is why I'm just using white glue. I don't want to use CA glue or cement or anything, because I'm always afraid of getting it all over the windshield, and then that's a real issue. Did I make it? Is that gonna catch the? Well, maybe I should have glued on the corners, because that's not even really holding it, is it? Now, I don't want to move it around too much, because then it will smear all over the windshield. So let me just kind of set it right here where I think it needs to go. Maybe what I can do is kind of hold it, and then let me go ahead and just try to put some more glue right here on this edge. I mean, I guess I could have touched it with some CA. I'm just afraid of it hazing. CA glue hazes so bad. Of course, this white glue is going to take forever to actually dry. So let's let that sit like that. Maybe I can get... Okay, yeah. This is probably just going to make a mess of things. I wonder if is that holding that at all? I think it might be holding it a little bit. Don't want to touch it too much. I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's go ahead and see if we can slide the interior tub. Gosh. Let's see if we can slide it in here. So basically this has to go in here. I really don't understand how they expected children to do this, but or maybe it's just me. I don't know. Maybe it's just I am unable to assemble children's toys. So that has to go like that. So I want to make sure those are lined up on these pegs here, and then the back should snap in. So the theory goes. I want to hold the front. Can I squeeze? Yeah, just it's very simple. It's a very simple snap tight model. Children can do this. That's how simple this model is to assemble. Okay, I think I got one to go. Now I gotta get this outside. There we go. I just had to kind of make fun of myself a little bit. Okay, is that holding? I wish that would come down a little bit more. Still got kind of a gap back there. You know what I can do? Let's, is that windshield being held in place? Kinda, sorta. I think it's gonna look, it's kinda down over here. Can I get in there and, is there something I can kind of push up on this windshield a little bit with? I get to be up some. I think it's just how it fits. It seems to be just kind of the way it fits. I don't want to manipulate it too much, because then it'll pop out of there and we'll be starting all over, and I don't really want to do that. But what I think I am going to do, I don't like, hopefully you guys can see, there's a little gap right there. I wish that would hold in there. So what I'm going to do, let me set this down for just a second. I'm going to grab my CA glue, my Starbond CA glue, which you can get a discount on down in the description. Go all the way to the bottom of the description. You can find you a discount on some really good CA glue. Let me push and hold this, and I'm going to glue it right back here. Come on. This is the thick stuff, and it's hard to get out sometimes because it is a high viscosity, thick stuff. Okay, let's do that. Where's my... I can't get the lid off. Of course I can't. Okay, let's hold that. Oh, there we go. Okay, now let's hold this back in place with that glue on there. And then I'm going to give it a spray. Let me get the lid on. Always recap your CA glue. You can see how diligent I am about it. I'm not at all. That's why I go through so many bottles of CA glue. Is that better? I think that's better. No, it's still, didn't get it held down, did it? Let me see. Where else can I try to catch this with some glue on the inside here? I don't mind if we just gum up a whole bunch of glue. None of this is going to be visible. My main thing is I just want it to hold. Let me hold that real tight. Spray it like so. Recap. Okay. And really, I only really care about this side. Is the other side? The other side is up, so I'll probably try to pull it down too. But it's not as important. Now, keep in mind, this is still going to get another coat of satin clear. So, okay, that's holding. My finger's sticking over there. What happened here? I think my clear is not completely dry. It's okay. It's going to get another coat of satin clear, so we can smooth everything out and make everything look nice. Yeah, let me do the same thing on this side to hold this back side down nice and tight. Let me see. How can I do this without squeezing too much? Here we go. Come on, get out of there. I love this, the thick CA glue. It is a really good gap filler if you need to use to fill gaps. And it's really good for just this kind of stuff. Like, you can almost treat it like, it's almost like a spot weld I'm putting in there. Let me hold that just a second. I did get a little bit of a fingerprint there, so that'll have to just be lightly sanded before we put the next coat of satin clear on it. Okay, let's go. Okay, perfect. Okay, that's actually good. I'm down. I'm good with that. Yeah, cool. That looks good. Okay, so the next thing I think we need to do is actually marry the body to the chassis. Now, normally you would attach the front and back bumpers onto these pegs, but yeah, I cut those tabs off because they just didn't fit. After all the paint and everything we've done, they just didn't fit. So what's going to be the best way? How's the best way to attach? So as a reminder, in fact, you can see it here. The way the body used to attach to the chassis is it had these, you can see these kind of pop-up holes, I guess you'd call them, and then these twist locks that would go through there, which is not something that's on the car in the cartoon. So we shaved all that, body worked it out of here. And now, because we don't, that's those, oh, you know what? I can't do this yet. I forgot one thing. Is it going to show? How much is that going to? Because we're going to have it like this. I wanted to, you know what? I need to move the wheels up in these wheel wells too. They're kind of low, huh? And that's where they go. They look kind of funky though. Let me see. Let's bring our picture over and kind of look. This is what we're kind of modeling it after. Yeah, and they seem a little, I mean, they are kind of free floating in there. The wheel, oh, maybe you can see better like this. The wheels are kind of free floating in there. But what I was thinking about is I wanted to paint in here red, the inside of the fender wells red. Now, I don't know, now that I'm looking at it, will you ever even, yeah, you might see that. You might see it, especially like in here and in here. In fact, you kind of see, You kind of see all up in there. I wonder if I should paint all that in there red. I probably should. I mean, we're going to have this floating in the air like so on the diorama, which I know you can't really see what I'm talking about. Let me use this as an example. If this is the diorama base, it's going to be floating up in the air, which means the wheels would be down like that. You know what I mean? The suspension would be hanging. So I think I'm okay with that part of it. You know, it's going to be like this where it's up in the air. But I'm wondering, before I assemble this, should I go ahead and paint this red? And I think I probably should. And I think I'm just going to brush paint it. That means we're not going to get this assembled today. I mean, we're very close. You can see what it's going to look like. We're going to just put the front bump. Well, once I do that, then last parts will be the front bumper going on. And of course, the back bumper being glued in. And then that's the compact pussycat. We'll put on some, there's some decals that can go on. Her number, so she has the number 5 that goes on the rear fender. And then she has the little Wacky Races logo that goes on there. But shoot, I need to paint that. And I'll tell you what, I think that's, I mean, we've made actually, in all honesty, I think we made huge progress getting that windshield in. Now remember, when I go to spray, I kind of like how that looks. In fact, we can see, I like, the question we had is, do we spray the windshield satin clear also? I don't think we do. So I'll be able to put tape, I'll be able to tape that, you know, I'll just run tape, cut it, and then we're going to shoot another coat of satin clear over top of our decals once we have it. I still need to do a little bit of cleanup on the umbrella there, but I think it's going to look pretty good. In fact, you know what? Let's do something real quick. In between episodes, I'll paint the undercarriage all underneath there in the fender wells and whatnot. I'll paint that all red, and then I'll go ahead and just get it assembled. I think I'll put the decals, get it assembled, all that, because I'll have to figure out the best way to. I think the best way to mount it's just going to be, just to glue it. I mean, in fact, I'll probably just glue it right behind the bumpers on both sides, front and back. But this is basically what we're going to have. Can you guys see? There's the Mean Machine, which is going to be peeling out. We're going to have smoke coming all off the tires of the Mean Machine, just like this. We've got the flame. We've got the flame coming out of the back, which actually lights up. Here's the leads that's going to go to that. And you know what? Let me pose a question for you guys that watch these episodes all the way to the end. Do we put the compact pussycat up front, just floating in the air, or do we swap it this way and have? I think, and hear me out on this one. I think so. She's going to be floating up in the air, which makes her higher. Like so, she's going to be up in the air. Plus, I want to have all the smoke coming off of his wheels, which would get, if we had her here, or do we want it? I don't know. Do we want her in the back? I want her up front a little bit, like in the lead. But do we want her in back of the Mean Machine? I'm kind of thinking I want her in the back because I like the way it staggers this way, and it'll put the smoke out back there, back that way. I'm kind of now thinking we put Penelope in the back here and kind of out in the lead, like so, and then we have Dick in the behind just a little bit, like so. And then, by the way, I have the boards here. I wanted to look at this. In fact, let's just do this real quick. If he's here, let me pick her up. She's here. Let me move her parts. Can I get this in frame? So we've got a board. Let me get it in frame. So it'll probably be something like this will be the edge corner of the diorama. He'll be somewhere like this. She'll be floating up in the air, keep in mind. About that close. The start-finish line will be, or the start line will be like right here. Where's our reminder? This is what our diorama is going to basically look like. We're going to have this starting line here. So the diorama will probably end about here and here. And then we're going to have a back wall that goes in back this way, which is just going to be this hand-painted scene back here. I'm just going to hand-paint that. And then here will be our starting line. Remember, it's going to be cut probably here. Starting line. And then we're going to have, I'll probably move about like this because I'm going to have the road come all the way to the edge. And then we're going to have some foliage back here. So the rocks and the little bit of foliage, 3-dimensional back here, if you guys can see. And then hand painted back here. This will be cut, down to about this height. And then if I wanted, I've got acrylic out in the garage. I could actually put in acrylic panels. What would be 1, 2, 3, 4 sides. In fact, what I'd probably do is build a 4-sided acrylic box that can just kind of slide in place over top of it. So when this is sitting on the shelf, it doesn't get incredibly dusty. But if we want to pull it out, take pictures of it, we can pull that acrylic off. Just pull it right off, and then there's our diorama. I think that's the plan. Let me know what you think down in the description. Do we put, or down in the comments, sorry. Do we put Penelope in the back? Or in the front? Yeah, I just like the way it lays out better if she's back here and he's here. And again, she's going to be floating up in the air like so. And then he's going to have the light lit up. Oh, the only thing is I'll probably have to, if we put him up front, yeah, I'm going to have to definitely add length to these leads to get, because these leads are going to go straight down through this board. I'll put a little channel in it and they'll run out this way. So I'll have to just add a little length to them, but that's no big deal. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. I'm going to finish up the Compact Pussycat in between episodes. I'll get the red undercoat, or the red inner fender wells and underside all painted red. I'll touch up any paint that needs to be done. I'll put the next coat of matte on and have her finish. So when we come back tomorrow, I think we're going to go ahead and start working on the diorama itself, which is going to be a lot of fun. So we'll have to start laying that out and see how we want to do it. Anyways, let me know what you think about the layout overall. If there's any changes you would make, let me know down in the comments. Thank you for joining me today. Hit that like button if you would. It does help in the YouTube algorithms. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see how this finishes out, how this dastardly race, this wacky race finishes. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. Do all those things you do on YouTube, and I'll see you tomorrow.